Hello, everyone. I haven't been live in a minute. I am going to be interviewing my friend and communication and confidence coach, Stephanie Laffey. So I'm very excited to have her. Hello, Chantel Interiors. Welcome. Today I'm going to be interviewing my friend Stephanie Laffey. We're going to be going over how to lose 10% of your body weight in 30 days. And we're going to be going over how to have more confidence in your communication. So, welcome everyone. I'm just waiting for my friend Stephanie Laffey to join. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being on. So, if any of you have any questions about weight loss, about inflammation, let us know. Also, about communication and confidence, maybe how to increase your confidence. Here we go. My friend Stephanie is. And Stephanie is coming on right now. Very excited. Hey, how are you,
Hi,
Stephanie?
I am
Welcome.
good. Long time no talk.
I know, I miss you.
I know, it's been 2 whole seconds.
Awesome. So I'm Fallon Fitzpatrick for Stephanie's following, Master Celebrity Hairstylist and CEO founder of the New You School and New You Nutrition. And this is Stephanie Laffey, coach for introverts, and she's a confidence and communication coach. So, Stephanie, just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so hi. Like Fallon said, I am Stephanie Laffey. You guys can call me Steph, Stephanie, whatever floats your boat. Um, I am the coach for introverts, and essentially my story up until about a year ago was that I was uncomfortable and socially awkward and shy and just really not confident at all. And I have been on a journey for the last couple of years, and I'm finally stepping into a new narrative of being completely confident, completely sure of myself, able to communicate. I don't hold back. I'm definitely not uncomfortable anymore. And I just want to be able to help introverts and really just people in general to really truly stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing so that you can just show up as your awesome, confident, best self because it is a vibe. It's so much more fun. And I want this for everyone.
I, I love that. And so for me, I think I've always kind of been self-expressed or like naturally confident. Obviously, we all have insecurities. So it's not that I
Right.
don't have any insecurities. But my insecurities, I think, were different than, are different than people that are shy. I've never been shy. I never questioned myself. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in your head and kind of over, analyze and question yourself about like things you say and interactions and stuff. I just imagine it would be exhausting.
It was so exhausting. Like, literally going into this conversation today, Fallon, like, I would have been having a mental, like, just dumpster fire of what am I going to say? What is she going to ask me? Are people going to like what I have to say? Are people going to think I'm weird? And that would have been before, then it would have been during, and I would have just gotten tongue tied and just like made myself crazy. And then afterwards, I would have questioned, I would have rewatched the interview. I would have been cringing the whole time. And I would have been like, oh my God, I said the wrong thing. Now, what happens is one, to be honest, I'm hopping on here. Like, I haven't really, other than getting excited for this, that's all I've thought is I'm excited. I'm just saying whatever is coming through for me right now, whatever I feel like saying. And afterwards, I'm going to watch it, but not to watch it to criticize myself. I'm going to watch it to see, wow, I'm fucking awesome. I hope it's okay to curse.
Yeah, always.
Um, I'm gonna rewatch this and be like, wow, we killed it. This is awesome. I'm gonna rewatch it to clip it and to share it with my people, but not to like freak out. So
I
that's
love that.
it's so much better and so much more relaxing. I can actually get things done without being stuck in my head all freaking day.
Absolutely. And for those of you watching, if you've ever struggled with, insecurity or self-doubt about maybe putting yourself out there on social media, maybe even doing a live to promote your business, maybe overthinking in certain social situations. What advice would you give them besides hiring you as a confidence coach?
Yeah. Well, there's that. But I think I think the key for me, and this is something that I start all of my clients and community with, is the only failure is not trying. Like the only failure is looking back at your life and looking back at like what, let's say when you're 85 years old and thinking like I wish that I put myself out there more, or I wish that I did this. So if you have any inkling within yourself of like I want to put something out there, then trust yourself to do it, and trust yourself that it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's messy. Like when I first started, I didn't even have a social media before I started all of this. I just one day hopped on Instagram and I was like, yo, I got something to say. And I said it. And honestly, I said it in the most awkward, uncomfortable, weird, like convoluted way. And that was 3 years ago, and now it's no longer weird and convoluted. It comes so naturally. So I guess my point is like you're gonna get better at it over time as you stretch that muscle, but the only failure is just not doing it. So if you want to do it, go do it.
I love that you said that. And in the new school, I teach something similar. Like what I notice is people have this goal and they do everything else to avoid and procrastinate working on the
Mhm.
actions that are going to make the most difference towards the goal. And the reason they do that is because there's fear there. There's fear it's not going to be perfect. They don't deserve it, right? Whatever the fear is. And usually unconscious until we bring it to conscious awareness, and
Mhm.
we like think about it. So I love that you said like the only failure is not trying, and the
Right.
only failure is like or it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So I love that you said
Right.
it's in you put it out there in like the most awkward, uncomfortable way, and it's all good. Like now you coach people how to have more confidence, so that's amazing.
Right. Like and I think too is like, you know, you got to ask yourself is how would it feel in, a year, 3 years from now, 6 years, 10, however long, if you don't say this thing? Will it still be on your mind? Like, and if the answer is yes, then that is a great place to start. If you are still going to be agonizing over this, and chances are, if it's coming to surface, there's a reason for it. It means that you're being called to say this. So if this is still going to be on your mind in a couple of weeks, months, years, then just say it. You can't say it wrong. Say it out loud in the mirror. Say it to your best friend. Say it to Fallon. Say it to like just get it out there. And if you say it once, the next time you say it, you'll be able to say it better, right? And then the time after that, you'll be able to say it better. So don't hold it in. Nobody's perfect. Fallon, I'm sure when you started this, your whole journey and your whole business journey, it looked a whole lot different than it does now, right?
Absolutely. I
So,
remember I was just had everything on social media as hair, and it was
mhm,
after I did like Snooki's wedding and Nikki Bella's hair and makeup and Parker Posey's and TJ, I've been doing TJ's hair for like 7 years or 8 years, and I was just kind of all my stuff was hair and just like known for that. So when I opened the New You School, I had been studying like Kundalini yoga, energy therapy, ontological coaching. I
mhm,
was a professional certified coach. Went to school for psychology, studied dialectical behavioral therapy, all that stuff. No one really knew. Like I think my clients kind of knew that I was just, studied this stuff in the background, but nobody knew, that I was pretty much an expert in personal growth and combined modalities and putting it together. And so I remember when I first posted my New You School post, it was 3 years ago. I was so scared. I remember like almost throwing up and like I was shaking. And I
right.
kept thinking of Tim Ferriss's book. He's like, the thing that you fear the most is what you most need to do. And
Yeah.
then Tim Ferriss also in the 4 Hour Work Week says, every day do one thing that you fear. So, I had a lot of fear, and it was like, oh, people are going to think like, who is this person, hairstylist, like posting about healing or personal growth? And, it was a little bit of imposter syndrome, but I
Right.
knew that I had to do it. And now I've like changed, over 300 people's lives. So it's amazing. And maybe even more, obviously, from people that haven't taken the course, but have like interacted with me in some way or seen parts of my
Right.
speech or something like that. So it's true, right? Imposter syndrome and that stuff is real, but it's worth it, right? And
Right.
we all have obstacles, and one of the things, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to post that out there because what if people don't like it, or what if people have negative reactions? And it's like,
That's
I
none
get negative
of your
reactions.
business. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's none of your business if they don't like it. Fuck them.
yeah, totally. And I
Sorry.
get negative reactions, not all the time, but like sometimes. And it sucks, but it's not going to stop me from doing like what is most important to me, right? Which is like spreading the message. So
Right.
I love that you said it's none of your business and fuck them. That's awesome.
Right. It really, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you have to ask yourself, the people that are judging you, the people that have a problem with what you're saying, like, what are they doing? What the hell are they doing that's so special? Like, the people that are killing it, the people that are doing really well, 11 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, they are going to be rooting for you too. The
100%.
people that are rooting against you are probably not doing shit. They're not even on your level. So forget them.
That's true. I look at the people that are successful. They want to help other people succeed, you
Hmm.
know?
Right.
So that's so interesting. It's almost like people get intimidated when there's a mirror held up to them. They get defensive, like, oh shit, I'm not doing shit. Let me hate on everybody else.
Exactly. There's a podcast that literally changed my life. I'll have to send you the episode. By Trent Shelton, former football player. He said, I never met a happy hater. And that blew my mind. Like, there's no such thing as a happy hater. People that hate are not happy with themselves. So, I mean, yes, you can do what you can to try to help them be happy and hopefully, spread the love. But, like, if they're hating on you, it has nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with what's in here. So, pay no mind to them.
Yeah. Wow. That's so true and interesting. And I don't know if this is appropriate to share because I don't know if the person is going to be on the live or not or listen to it. But last night I had my event, and it was the first time that there was actually a conflict where someone criticized another person's share. Um,
Ooh,
and it was, and now, next time I have my event, there was going to be boundaries set up ahead of time and the
right,
pre-interview call. And we're going to say like, this is a loving, supportive environment, and we don't want any, no judging people. Everybody's experience is their own. But yeah, it's really interesting that you say that, right? Because it's like, where is that coming from? So, because a lot of other people in the group are like, yeah, go girl, so it's interesting
right,
when we or other people hate on people. It's like, what insecurity is that touching on? Not saying I'm a hater, but I'm just saying
right,
we're all
right,
not perfect. But for people to like overtly do that kind of stuff, it's where is that coming from? So
right. And it's a great thing to kind of check yourself on. It's like if you feel yourself feeling called to like go shit on someone or go hate on someone, like ask yourself like what is my problem right now? Like what is actually going on inside of
yeah,
me and why am I feeling triggered to take it out on this person? Like
100%.
what are they triggering inside of me? So I know for me, like when I get triggered, it's usually because I haven't had my coffee yet. Um, but so that's a good sign to like shut up, drink my coffee, and then go like see if I still feel that way.
So our mutual
Yeah,
friend Adrian, who is my employee for hair and wants to coach the new school and is going to be a coach, basically when we were at the salon and I would hear like love songs, I'd be like, turn it off.
right.
And they always like made fun of me for it. And then now that I'm in like a really happy, healthy relationship, I'm like, you can keep the love songs on. And
Oh my God. Yeah,
and they're
see,
like, what a
exactly.
change, and it's because I'm sure I was triggered because I didn't feel like that and I didn't have that with somebody, right?
Right.
So interesting what you're saying. 'Cause we all do it, right?
Absolutely.
So
And
that's
even if
great.
we're not conscious of it, but like if you get conscious of it, you'll find that like you're just so much better at supporting other people because you can sort of see when like I mean I'm not perfect. Like I'm there are times when I'm an asshole. Like my husband can attest to that 100%. But like I said, like when I'm getting a little bit like snarky, if you just are able to turn inward for just a hot second and ask yourself like, why am I so mad right now? You might find like your example, you know, you're feeling a little bit lost in your love life, so you wanted other people to turn the music off. We all get that. So yeah, that's
It's so funny.
yeah.
It's the best we can call ourselves out. So let's pivot and talk a little bit about nutrition and health and fitness because I know that you for a
Sure.
while were like a fitness coach. I know that you hired other health and fitness coaches, and part of the new nutrition is losing 10% of your body weight in 30, like every 30 days,
Hmm.
lowering inflammation, and then learning how to maintain that instead of doing like yo-yo dieting that so many of us do.
Yeah.
And most of the people in my program, I would say like 90-95%, keep the weight off, and help like eliminate their health symptoms like bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, acne, eczema, dandruff, heartburn, all that kind of stuff, joint pain,
Right.
inflammation, arthritis, all of that kind of goes away. And I know that you've shared even on your story about your wins, so let's talk about your wins, your results, what you learned.
Yeah, so I have been in a battle with my weight um, for longer than I can remember, since definitely since high school. Um, I ate so bad until college, and then in college I learned that if you starve yourself, you lose weight. Obviously, that wasn't healthy. Um, so I've just been in this like ongoing battle with my weight for so long. And I never really understood like food. I never had a good relationship with food or with my clothes. And then finally I talked to our mutual friend Adrian, and I was asking them like, how did you lose so much weight? Like, you look amazing. And they were like, you need to talk to my friend Fallon because this program is like just unlike anything I've ever seen. And I'm so glad that I listened. Normally I like Adrian gets so mad because I listen to them with a grain of salt and like but I finally took their advice and best decision I've ever made because I lost all the weight that I was telling myself I couldn't ever lose, um, for good. And I lost it during holiday season, which is wild. Um, so now I not only did I not have to go buy all new clothes again because none of my clothes were fitting, I just got to go shopping in my own closet, and pull out all my cute winter clothes and wear them all winter. Um, I weigh less now than I did at my wedding, which is so dope. Um, like who would have thought I would weigh less than I did at my wedding? Um, so that's pretty awesome. And just in general, I feel so much healthier. I drink so much water. Um, I'm like thirsty when I don't drink water. And I just feel like I understand how food is gonna affect me. So when I wake up in the morning, I no longer wake up with this story in my head that I ruined my diet yesterday. Like either A, I ate something that was a little bit of a cheat meal and I know how my body's going to be affected, which is so nice, or I ate according to like my current plan and I know the scale just went down. And either way, I don't make it mean anything about me. I know that if I need to make an adjustment for today, I can and I'll lose the weight. Or yeah, like I know exactly what my body's gonna do, which is awesome.
It's so empowering because when you just feel like crap all the time and you're not sure why. Sorry, I just had a crystal sound bath healing right before this. So I'm a little tired. My eyes are shut.
Yeah, you're
I was
fine.
like sleeping. But yeah, it's so empowering to know what your body's gonna do. For example, I have like a little tiny scar here, kind of looks like a freckle. That was when I ate dairy like 3 months ago. So like I know
Oh
if I eat
wow.
dairy, I'm gonna get like a huge cystic acne and it's gonna turn into a scar. But
Right,
before I would get it and people would say like, oh, it's stress or like, oh, it's hormones, right?
right,
But I know that I haven't gotten another one since then once I was able to isolate that it was dairy. So it's so
right,
empowering once we know how things are going to affect us versus just feeling like crap all day.
right,
And also, I love that you said you're thirsty when you don't drink water because when we are dehydrated, our body as a survival mechanism, my hypothesis is we're not thirsty because our body thinks evolutionarily we don't have access to water, so let's let them
right,
survive and not just focus on water. And then it actually takes the water out of your colon,
right,
which sucks because that usually gets people constipated. So when you actually are drinking enough, then it's like your body thinks that you have access to water. It's going to actually make you thirsty. So then it keeps that cycle going. But the hardest part for most people is actually starting to drink the correct amount for their body at first.
right. Yeah, oh my God, that was you probably remember I was complaining so much about the water, but like now I'm like, that SpongeBob episode where he's like, water. Like that's like me when I don't have like my water. I need it. I need it next to me at all times.
Yep. And I also notice when I don't drink, my body weight in ounces of water. And for everyone watching, if you do start drinking your body weight in ounces of water, you want to at least have half a teaspoon for every gallon of water that you have of unrefined sea salt, so you don't lose your minerals.
Right.
But when I don't drink my body weight in water, that's when I'm craving like sugar and carbs and all this stuff that I actually don't need. I just needed
Right.
the volume from the water.
Absolutely. Like, and the hunger pangs is something I was so worried about at first, but like you start to realize that like when you think you're hungry, you usually are just thirsty.
100%.
Um, and like so it's so funny because I have these essential water bottles, right? 33 ounces each. So I try to drink three between 3 and 4 a day, right? It used to take me like 5 hours to finish this bottle before. Now I could probably chug this in a minute.
Yep.
And I still am thirsty
Yeah.
after.
It's true. Like your body gets used to it. Now before I chug like a 23 to 33 ounce, like before I get on the plane, like, cause I know I'm going to be
Right.
dehydrated like on the plane. So I'm just like, and the security is always, the TSA is always staring at me before I go
You're
through because I'm
psychotic.
chugging the whole bottle without a break. And they're like, what the hell? But,
You want
then,
some?
yeah. But then, I mean, they're staring at me anyway because I have Ginny with me. I have the dog with me. So they're always
Right.
like, but it's, that stuff like that, we can just incorporate that into our daily routine, right? Like as soon as we wake up, before we get on the plane, that's when I do it.
Right.
My boyfriend sets an alarm every 2.5 hours on his phone
I do that
that,
too.
yeah, that he needs to finish at least a 16 ounce. So that helps him. So there's so many
Right.
ways that we can do it to just increase our health and it gets rid of, feeling lethargic, feeling tired, all that good stuff. So how much weight do you think that you lost total when you did the new nutrition?
So I'm still tracking it. I still do every single morning. I fill out the little form. It just keeps me in the habit. So I, as of this morning, I was down 18 pounds.
It's
So
amazing.
I've been kind of fluctuating a little bit lately, only because it's birthday season, birthday month.
Happy birthday.
And so, yeah, thank you. Next Thursday,
Are
I'll be 29.
you an
So
Aries?
old. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Aries
I'm at
team,
the
me too.
start of Aries. You are? What's your birthday?
April 19th.
Okay. Wow. So you're at the younger
Yeah.
end. Yeah. So it's birthday month. So we've been going out and celebrating quite a bit. Yesterday my husband turned 30, so we celebrated that. Um, and so we had a little bit of cake. But I'm still down, even with that. I'm still down. What did I just say? 18 or
That's
19 pounds.
amazing. And the
Yeah.
18 or 19 pounds, was that in 2 months or like 3 months approximately? Because I know you took a little break.
I took a little break right after New Year's, I think. I think it was when I came back, it took me about 2 weeks to get to that,
That's
and I've
amazing.
just been pretty much maintaining. So I've been like fluctuating just about like at my goal to like 2 to 3 pounds more,
It's
which is
amazing.
exactly where I want to be.
And how long of like actually on the plan do you think it took you to get there? Like 2 months
I think
or?
2 months, yeah,
Mhm.
and that's including like all the times I had to cheat because of the holidays. So even with that, I still got to my goal in two
It's
months.
amazing.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Because I know that you were into fitness and health, you had other coaches and stuff. What do you think made the difference for you? Because 20 pounds in 2 months is a lot, right? It takes some people like years to lose 20 pounds.
Right.
So, what do you think about this program made a difference for you? Because I know I
I
got the best text from Stephanie ever. She said, this is the best money I've ever spent. Everyone should invest in this, something like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'll
So,
shout that from the rooftop. Seriously. Um, I think the best was that I actually learned about food. Like I actually before I was like counting macros and like I'm a numbers girl sometimes. Um but like so I like when the numbers make sense. But like I didn't have to track numbers here, which was I just knew like okay, I need to have X amount of veggies, X amount of fruit, X amount of uh
protein.
like meat for protein, whatever. And these are the foods that I can choose from, and slowly but surely we add. Like it was so cool how it worked, and I didn't have to count. I just knew what to eat. It was so great, and I knew um exactly how my body would react to certain foods. So like for me, it also made it easier to like cheat without cheating because like certain proteins, for example, would make me more inflammatory than others. And so if I wanted to have a cheat meal on a Friday night, even like I would still lose weight with that protein, but it would feel like a treat. So I could kind of have my cake and eat it too. Um, so I never feel like I'm dieting anymore, which is huge. And I understand exactly how every food is going to impact my body, and that makes all the difference.
I love that you said that. And I think that's really what it is. It's getting our body to homeostasis first. We have no reactions, like I talked
Mm-hmm.
about for Mitchell and Nikita that just joined. We have no inflammation reactions, acne, eczema, psoriasis, dandruff, joint pain, inflammation. Like, for example, I ate brown rice and I didn't know that rice in general caused inflammation for people. I didn't know that because a lot of cultures historically thought it was okay. So I
Mm-hmm.
had like I couldn't even bend my thumb. I had crazy arthritis and I had
Wow.
um when I woke up in the morning, my ankles hurt. So my joints just hurt. And that was like a few days of trying rice. And it's so interesting because so many people think like rice is healthy, right? But for
Right.
me, the rice created inflammation. But I wouldn't have known that unless I was already on a plan where I didn't have the inflammation. And that's how I think things
Right.
start to build up because it's like compounded inflammation on top of compounded inflammation. And then people just feel
Right.
like crap all the time. And then 2 out of 3 deaths are caused by chronic inflammation. Like it can
Wow.
cause so many problems. So I think that a lot of people are uneducated and unaware of this, unfortunately, and they're just, stick to fad diets like, oh, keto or oh, this. Oh, and
Right.
really, it's like everybody's body reacts different. Like you said, certain meats cause you certain reactions, but
Mhm.
you wouldn't know that unless you're starting on an anti-inflammatory plan.
Right. Like it's so amazing, and it's so amazing how many foods like you ultimately are able to add and like not gain weight. Like um, but it's also amazing how many foods you can eat without having any problems. Like I think I'm officially going to need to like check into an addiction facility for oranges because I'm obsessed with oranges. It's a problem. It's weird.
So there
If I
is
don't start my day with an orange, it's like, did the day even happen? Like,
I love that you said that because there is like Overeaters Anonymous. There is like Food Addicts Anonymous. Now the Overeaters is for people that have trouble with binge eating, and the Food Addict is like you can never eat sugar. Like it has to be really strict, and you
right,
can't go over that. But I think it's so important for people to know their body and what they're addicted to,
Yeah.
because, and to be honest with themselves about it. Like, some people can't eat 2 chips, they're going to eat the whole bag, and then feel like
Right,
crap
that's me,
after.
100%. So oranges
Yeah.
is the vibe, guys. Oh wait, hold on. I can't hear you right now. Okay. I
Oh,
think
okay. How about
there
now?
we go. Good.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. It's been such a pleasure. I can't believe we've been on like 30 minutes already.
I
Anything else that
know.
you want anyone to know about, like your progress with the nutrition program, what you got out of it, what you learned, or about what you do as a coach?
Yeah, so if you are on the fence about the new nutrition program, I don't know what you're doing. Like, just get off the fence and sign up. Um,
Yeah, you can
just
just
hop off.
you can go to my profile and Linktree, and you can click book nutrition discovery session, and then we can walk through your goals and see how long it'll take and all that stuff.
Yeah, guys, do it. It's the last nutrition program you'll ever need. I swear I'm never hiring another coach again, and I've spent a lot of money on that. So Fallon is my girl when it comes to that. As for me, I am currently working on a dope offer for you guys. So if any of you struggle with overanalyzing, overthinking, and if you struggle with people pleasing, lacking boundaries, confidence, showing up as yourself, all of that comes from overthinking and overanalyzing. So this also applies to you. Working on something awesome. I'm releasing it hopefully at the end of the month or in April, sometime after my birthday. But in the meantime, while you wait for that, while I figure out all the details, I would invite you guys to jump into my Facebook community. It's a free community. I share tons of tips about all the things that I just mentioned. Um, and then I also have a little challenge going on. I'm going to be announcing the prizes for that challenge today, actually. So you're going to want to get in on that challenge. We've got interviews, we've got webinars, so much fun stuff going on in there. And the whole goal is to move you forward. If you're not an introvert, you're still welcome. It's called the Community for Introverts and Company, or Introverts and Co. Free community. So I hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. And then for Stephanie's following, I also have the New You Inner Circle, and that's my Facebook group where I post nutrition and facts about how to heal your trauma through your nervous system and somatic experience, mindfulness, meditation. So if that interests any of you. And thank you so much, Stephanie. This is awesome. I hope that you all learned about, maybe looking at your own insecurities, your own triggers, how, if you watched from the beginning, how that manifests, right? So you could take more responsibility and not let it negatively impact other people. We'll kind of call ourselves out. And I hope that you got in some tips and advice about foods and paying attention to how it affects your body, water intake, all of that. So thank you so much. Love you all. See you soon. Thanks,
This
Stephanie.
is so fun. I can't wait to do it again. All right.
Me too.
Mwah.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later.
Mwah.
Bye.